There's so much to expect this year. It's our 50th anniversary, our golden anniversary, and for that reason, I'm so happy to be here right now with you to run down our calendar, our golden calendar, to see what there is to expect. Before I get into that, I would like to, first of all, thank all our sponsors, our main sponsors especially. That's Telem, the government of St. Martin, Motor World, and last but definitely not least, the ILTT group of companies and Heineken. Thank you so much for making Carnival possible. Without you, it would not be possible. Thank you very much. Now let's get into the calendar. Every year we do this, and it keeps getting, to me, it seems a lot more busy. Even though it's not as much time, it's a lot busy. We're still en road to Carnival, and we had a great causeway jump up last week, and a Sunday brunch event. The Sunday brunch, if you don't know, if you've never been there, make sure you get there next year. The Sunday brunch is an all-white event on a nice lawn, nice people. It's really a nice vibe. And it starts in the morning. It's one of those fests that starts from 11 o'clock in the morning. Coming up, we still have the Unity anniversary jump up. So we have not had our Unity jump up for some time, but we have it coming this Friday. We're leaving Galleys Bay. We're leaving all the way from Galleys Bay, Marigot, where the French Carnival Village used to be. We're going to come into the main streets of Marigot, go up to St. James, and then from St. James, we're going straight into Bellevue, cross into Colby, up Union Road, up Colby Hill, down Bush Road, onto the Walter Nisbet Road, and all the way to the village. Everybody have been asking me for this Unity jump up. They've been asking me for 2 Juves. Now you have a Unity jump up. See you there. I don't want to hear no excuses. Everybody is going to be there for Unity this year. On Saturday the 23rd, guess what we have? We have the first time the amateur road march and Kaiso karaoke competition. That's a lot of C's and a lot of K's. So come out to Captain D's, which will be down in Simpson Bay on the parking lot, Captain D's Rib Shack. Come there, you can sign up the evening of, and you can participate in an amateur karaoke calypso competition. Now, mind you, all the words are local. All the songs are local. All the music we're listening to are only local. It's our 50th year, and we don't have to celebrate nobody else but ourselves. You can sign up right there. If you move forward and advance, you'll go to the second round, and then from the second round, you'll be a finalist at the senior calypso competition put on by none other than one of our most faithful sponsors, Najigo. And that will be in the village on the 22nd of April. Okay, so that's going to go all the way there. Then we have some of our pageants. Our pageants will be going on, in and out. Please pay attention to that, because if you're into the pageants, there are several different, the whole event is broken up into different parts. So you can go and you can catch the one that you most want to see, and maybe a few others. We have the Golden Balloon Jump Up. So everybody bring your golden balloons. Let me meet you here on the starting point. And we're going around town. We're going down Front Street, coming up a little bit Pondville, and we ending at the government parking lot. It's called the Golden Balloon Around Town Jump Up. You're invited. Bring gold, bring your balloon, and let's have a great time. Next day, we're doing the Flashback Road to Carnival party. Last year, we added a few new promoters to our Road to Carnival series, and one of them was the 3721 group. And they will be holding Flashback. And you know what Flashback is? It's old school. It's strictly old school. So strictly old school, we're going to have 2 bands that are going to be playing there. Do you know? Can you guess? Youth Waves featuring Double Deuce. And then we have Explosion featuring Remo. And still, for a little extra pizzazz to it, we're going to have the Enough Respect Band. So look out for that. That's going to be on Saturday, April 6th, the Flashback RTC Jam by 3721 Entertainment, and that will be under the tent, Port de Plaisance. Look out for that. The next day on Sunday, we are going to have the Survivors Children Balloon Jump Up. That's going to come down to Pondville, as you know. This is really great. Get some balloons, come out with the kids. Let's have a good time. I think they're celebrating over 20 years this year. It's going to be a lot of fun. Now, so on Saturday the 13th, the SCDF is holding our 50th anniversary gala recognitions and honoree event. This is not a public event, but we'll do our best to stream it to the public. But in the meantime, what this event is about is for us to really pay homage on this great milestone to people who have been very iconic to Carnival from the get-go. It will be an invited event. Everybody, all the invitees and honorees already know who they are, and we expect them to come out with their families as we show major appreciation for what Carnival has been and what it has come to this time.
It's been said that behind every door, possibility awaits. How much possibility depends on which door you open first. Every day, we help our customers discover the possibilities in their lives. It all starts with a conversation. Scotiabank. Discover what's possible.
GEBE has been faithfully serving the communities of St. Martin, powering your home and our economy. Come rain or shine, our qualified team of professionals are working hard 24 hours a day to provide you and your family with safe, reliable electricity and water. We use the latest technologies and test our products daily to maintain the highest international standards. Our friendly staff is always there to assist you, whether in person, over the phone, or online. We are committed to constantly improving our products and services, making them more efficient, effective, and environmentally friendly to serve you better today and our next generation of clients tomorrow. GEBE, powering a brighter future.
Our friend Megawati is here with tips to save you energy. 1. Turn your airco temperature up. 2. Use a ceiling fan instead. 3. Buy energy-saving products. Save some green with NV.
I would like to outline the financial situation of our beloved country, a situation that is not only created by Hurricanes Irma and Maria, as I will show you here. Since October 10, 2010, the various governments of our country were unsuccessful in creating healthy financial circumstances and a financial climate in which our country could flourish. In most years, they realized budget deficits, cumulatively amounting to some 80 million by the end of 2016, and most probably thus 240 million by the end of 2018. Furthermore, expenses that should have been in the budgets but were never actually paid and have led to a sum in payment arrears of some 150 million guilders as per the 31st of December 2018. Especially towards SZV, APS, and TLM. Hurricanes Irma and Maria, with their devastating effects, led to deficits also, for which we requested and received liquidity support from the Netherlands in loans for an expected total of 240 million, until and included the year 2020, as far as we can see now. And to break it down a little bit, Madam Chair, 160 million for 2017 and 2018, 65 million for 2019, and hopefully only 15 million for the year 2020. Deficits, payment arrears, liquidity loans, all have the same effect on our financial situation. They must be earned back in order to keep the country running. Besides this current situation, the functioning of our public financial household and the budget constraints also prohibits the inflow of extra personnel within the government, sometimes in critical positions, in having the financial space to upgrade justice to the also internationally required levels, for example, the prison and the police force. Simply no money available. Government inherited some 300 million, remaining now, in loans from the Netherlands and Antilles as per October 10, 2010. If we add some 200 million in investment loans to the capital expenditure since 2010, we are lending 240 million for liquidity support. We have unsolved payments in arrears of approximately 150 million, and we will attract a $50 million loan for the airport. So it means we are close to 1 billion guilders in debt without having a good idea on how to pay back if we look at our budgets from the past almost 10 years. So our financial situation, in other words, is simply not sustainable as it is. And still, our government is in fact in dire need of more budget in order to solve other issues like personnel. The proposed solution, Madam Chair. International institutions like the IMF, the World Bank, but also our own central bank and the government of the Netherlands, in particular the BZK, and the College of Financial Supervision, the CFT, have been stating for years that a structural solution should be based on two pillars. One, budget always all expected expenses, but use cost-cutting measures whenever the income part of the budget suffers from certain circumstances like an economic downturn. In order to be able to repay loans, the budget in fact should show a surplus from which the liquidity can be used to repay loans. And second pillar, government income should provide the means necessary, be levying a certain percentage of GDP in taxes, etc. So the income part of the budget most surely suffered and still suffers from the effects of the hurricanes and its impact on the economy of St. Maarten. From 460 million in 2016 to approximately 375 million in 2018. So a contraction of almost 20% compared to the year 2016. And what did we do? We cut expenses like all over the world is commonly done. No, we really did not. Probably also because we were able to finance the gap through liquidity loans from the Netherlands. As stated before, in times of crisis, governments all over the world take measures, sometimes drastic ones. We didn't do that until now, and because of liquidity support received. Measures proposed by the former Minister of Finance, Mr. Michael Ferrier, never came into effect because of the sentiments around and the difficulties to implement some of them swiftly. Also because of legislative issues surrounding those measures. Sometimes it looks like we act like nothing has happened. And in the meanwhile, we pile up debts for future generations to pay back. And this is not what we really want, Madam Chair.
Hey ma, how you doing? You busy?
I hear, just paying some bills, taking care of business, you know what it is?
I know, you're doing your online banking.
I don't have to stand in those long lines to pay bills. I can transfer when I want. I can check my account wherever. It's like the bank open 24/7. I even here checking the statement right now as we're talking. How's Miami?
Well, that's why I'm calling. I'm finishing up a few songs now, but I'm afraid that studio time might be more than I thought.
I need to know
And I was wondering if I could get some help with some funds, and I could pay you back as soon as I get back to St. Martin.
Let me check my account. How much you need?
I think 500 should be enough.
I can transfer it to you while online. Direct from me to you. No problem.
Great. Thank you so much, Ma. I'll get online with Viv now.
Alright, darling. You know who you're for?
I need to know who you're for.
Contact WIB today for your complete personal online banking experience. Available for all mobile devices. The Windward Islands Bank, now your online banking partner in progress.
Who you're for.
The first $55.2 million grant covered those four components, and there are other grants that is ongoing. And the next one is the emergency income support training. I think a couple of weeks ago, some of you were at NIPA where students had graduated, and that is part of this grant agreement. And this grant agreement was actually signed in August of 2018, and this grant agreement is to the tune of $22.5 million US. The component one under this is emergency income support and training. This program has and continues to be open to the persons who are unemployed or underemployed, which means that they have employment up to a maximum of 3 days a week. So basically, if you are employed up to on a temporary type of arrangement, you would qualify to be part of this program. This program is coordinated by the St. Martin Training Foundation in close cooperation with the Labor Office. The program gives workers the opportunity to partake in 6 months training and certification program, including hospitality operations, culinary arts, casino operations, masonry, electrical, carpentry, plumbing, and property management. The program gives the enrollments of over, for the students, receive a 1,000 guilders stipend and health insurance. So again, this is kind of a bridge to assist persons who are still unemployed or underemployed with an additional opportunity not only to get a training and or cross-train or develop a new skill, but also important in this is that the health insurance is covered. The construction-related courses are coordinated by NIPA in conjunction with the MIC Institute based in Trinidad. In early February, 89 students graduated from the first class, and a new class of approximately 125 new students are about to start. New classes in the hospitality and culinary section recently commenced the first week in March with close to 170 persons. This is the second class of students since the inception of the program under the trust fund that was established back in August for this particular grant agreement. For the general public, interested individuals can still enroll and are encouraged to visit the Labor Office and or email them at labor-affairs@stmartingov.org for more information on this. The second component under this agreement was the social registry. Also financed under the trust fund is a comprehensive social registry system based in the Ministry of VSR. in order to simplify registration processes. At the moment, if a client goes in and registers for social assistance, for example, they have to fill out forms and bring in supporting documentation. If a client requires other services or assistance, other registration processes takes place. With this new social registry, the process would be more efficient, and clients will only need to be registered one time with the basic information. The information can be stored and only has to be completed with new information or updated if needed. So it's really the simplification of registering at the Ministry of VSA. With the completion of this project, the expectation is that the entire intake process will become much more customer friendly and efficient.
Hi, what's up, St. Martin? My name is Rene Leverett, and I play baseball. And I have represented St. Martin in numerous international tournaments and professionally around the world. Sports matters to me because it reveals and develops character. So I challenge the business community to step up for sports and help us rebuild and repair our facilities. I also ask the community to nominate local businesses in your area to take the challenge and step up for sports, because hashtag sports matters, hashtag are you in?
In my opinion, everything is perfect and you would be great for the job. But I see here that there's a 2-year gap in your resume. What did you do?
I was hospitalized for mental illness.
Oh, mental illness?
I've undergone treatment and I have a wonderful family that supports me.
Well, that is good news.
No, it's fine. I'm recovered.
We'll contact you, okay?
For a better understanding of mental health and what you can do to stop mental health stigma, please go to the Mental Health Foundation's website at www.mhf-sxm.com.
I would like to call this a historic moment. Why? Because for the workers, within the different unions, we do some research on certain things, but we need some structural research to be able to come up with some of the things that are now hitting us straight in the face. For example, it took Irma and Maria, where a lot of people got displaced from their job, became unemployed, because as a young girl, I can remember St. Martin always boasts of our 0% and a very low unemployment rate comparing to the rest of our brothers in the same state or sisters in the same state. Today, the reality is different. And with that reality, we are now seeing the great lack of what we call at the International Labor Organization's conferences, the ILCs, on a yearly basis. This is a recurrent discussion, what we call the social protection floor. Basically, this would then put into development with this research that our lawmakers and policymakers can also make the necessary adoption to our law to be able to enhance that these things can become a reality. In our laws right now, outdated laws, we have a sistantia law. But when you analyze the sistantia's purpose is not an unemployment fund. And basically, we, as the Windward Island Chamber of Labor Union, have been also advocating for different other mechanisms. For example, we know a minimum wage in St. Martin. We are now to the standard that we are looking at what is a living wage and not a minimum wage, a living wage to the reality of the workers. It is not alone persons in the workforce that have a CLA where they can do the collective bargaining that should have that privilege to a standardized income, but it should be based on certain norms. It should be across the board that everyone with decent work as propagated by the ILO can have also a decent living income, a livable wage. So for us, it is really a historic moment that is happening here today. And I do hope that within the realms of the teachers, the ones where I'm also president of that organization, the Windward Islands Teachers Union, that there will be the collaboration, because the teachers are the ones that are faced day to day on their daily work floor. They are faced with the reality of the youths, the social and economical problems that our students are faced with coming back from the home. They are the ones that get that type of mechanism, and they can see it one time. So basically, we are very, very privileged today to have Dr. Kamuna also with the board of the university agreeing to have this partnership, and where we can sign a memorandum of understanding to be able to conduct the research. Coming out of this research, we can also get our policies and adaptation of the different laws that would make it possible for us to have sustainable goals for our people on St. Martin. Thank you very much.